I'm going to read the Daily Bible. We're on Genesis, um, page 4. Also, to every beast of earth, to every bird of the earth in which there is life, I have given every green herbs for food. And it was so. Then God saw everything that he had made. Indeed, it was very good. So the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Those, the heaven and earth, all the host of them were finished. And on the seventh day, God ended his work, which he has done, and he rests on the seventh day from his all his work which he had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because he rests from his work which God had created and made. This is the history of the heavens and earth when they were created. In the day that the Lord made the earth and the heavens, before any plant of the fields was in the earth, therefore many herbs of the fields had grown, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain on earth, and there was no man to till the ground, but a mist went up from the earth and water the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of dust of the ground, and beneath into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man become a living being. Life in God's garden. Lord God planted a garden eastward of Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed, and out of the ground the Lord God made every tree grow. It's pleasant to the sight of good for food. The tree of life was also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Now a river went out of Eden to the water, the garden, and from there the part and became four riverheads. The name of the first is Fishin. It is the one which skirts the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. And gold of the land is good. Um, Delirium and oxy stone are there. The name of the second river, Gushan, it is the one which goes around the whole land of Crush. The name of the third river is Huddlekiskal. Huddlekiskal. It is one which goes towards the east of Syria. The fourth river, Euphrates. Then the Lord took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to tend and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden you may freely eat, but the tree of knowledge of good and evil shall not eat. For the day that you eat, if you shall surely die. And the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper, uh, uh, comfortable to him. Out of the ground the Lord formed every beast of the field and every bird of the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. And whatever Adam called each living creature. That was its name. So Adam gave names to all the cattle, to all the birds of the air, and even the beasts of the fields. But Adam, there was not found a helper compatible to him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall on Adam. He slept, and he took one rib of his and closed up the flesh in its place. Then the rib which the Lord God has taken from man made it into a woman. He brought her to the man, and Adam said, "This is now the bone of your bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of men. Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother, and not be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh." And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. The temptation fell on man. Now the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said to the woman, "Has God indeed said, you shall not eat of every tree in this garden?" And the woman said to the serpent, "We may eat the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is the modest of the garden, God has said, you shall not eat it, nor shall touch it, lest you'll die." Then the serpent said to the woman, "You will not surely die, for God knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes will be open, and you'll be like God, knowing good and evil." So when the woman saw the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and desire to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. She ate, then the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed figs leaves together and made themselves covering. And they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of garden. Then the Lord God called Adam and said to him, "Where are you?" So he said, "I hear your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked and I hid myself." And he said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten the tree of which I command you that you should not eat?" Then the man says, "The woman who you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I ate." And the Lord God said to the woman, "What is this you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." So the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, you are cursed for more than all cattle, and more than ever the beasts of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life, and I will put eternity between you and the woman, and between your seeds and her seeds. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel." To the woman he said, "I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In pain you shall bring forth children. You desire it shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you." Then Adam said, because you have heed the voice of your wife, and have eaten from the tree which I command you, saying, you shall not eat it. Cursed is the ground for your sake. In toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and shall eat the herbs of the field. In the sweat of your face you shall eat bread, till you return to the ground, for out of it you will be taken. For dust you are, and to dust you shall return. And Adam called his wife name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. Also Adam and his wife, the Lord God made tunics of skin, clothes them. The Lord God said, behold, the man has become like one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put out his hand and take also of the tree of life, and eat and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent him out to the garden of Eden to till the ground from which he has taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed cherub at the east of the garden of Eden, and flaming sword which turned every way to guard the way of the tree of life. Cain and Abel. Now Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have acquired a man from the Lord. Then she bare again, this time his brother Abel. Now Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of the time it came to pass that Cain brought an offering of fruit of the ground to the Lord. Abel was also brought of the firstborn of the flock and their fat. And the Lord respect Abel in his offering, but he did not respect Cain and his offering. And Cain was very angry, and his countenance fell. So the Lord said to Cain, why are you angry? And why has your conscience fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, and sin lies outdoor, and its desire is for you, but you shall rule over it. Now Cain talked with Abel his brother, and came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel and his brother, and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, where is Abel, your brother? He said, I do not know. I am brother's keeper. I'm not not my brother's keeper. And he said, what have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. So now you are cursed from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hands. When you till the ground, it shall no longer yield its strength to you. Fugitive in vagabonds you shall be on earth. And Cain said to the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Surely you have driven me out of this day from the face of the ground. I shall be hidden from your face. I shall be fugitive, vagabond on the earth, and it will happen that anyone who finds me will kill me. And the Lord said to him, therefore, whoever kills Cain in vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark on Cain Least anyone finding him should kill him. Well, that's about it. Hey, thanks for coming and listening. I appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye now.